My new neighbor filed 35 complaints against me in 1 month. When I finally asked her why, she broke down crying. I've lived in my apartment for 2 years, and I've literally never had a problem with any of my neighbors. Most of them are old ladies who like to sew, and I love them some. So when a noise complaint showed up under my door on a random Tuesday morning, I genuinely thought it was a mistake. The noise complaint timestamp said 11 p.m., but I was dead asleep by then. I was too broke to own a TV, so there was nothing that could have played sound, and my only pet was my hamster Hammy. I figured that maybe the new tenant in the penthouse was still adjusting to the building sounds, so I told my landlord about it, and he said he'd figure it out. But 2 weeks later, I got another noise violation. Same time, same story. Except this time, I wasn't even in the state. I'd been visiting my mom 3 hours away, and I had the receipts to prove it. I showed my landlord the flight confirmation, and he just shrugged. Try to keep the peace in following her demands, he said. But what's going on? I'm not even doing anything. Look, he interrupted. Your neighbor is renting out the most expensive apartment in the building. Whatever she wants, she'll get. That's when I knew. If she wanted me evicted for these made-up accusations, I'd be kicked out. For the next few days, I tried to be as quiet as possible. I started showering at the gym, tiptoeing around my apartment. I even got rid of Hammy, the hamster's hamster wheel. But then came the third complaint. This time, it was for trash left in the hallway outside my door. I came home and saw a garbage bag sitting outside my door, filled to the brim with moldy bread. That wasn't mine, but the complaint was already filed. Things got weirder after that. I got a complaint about strange smells coming from my apartment. I literally only cook pasta. Then one about me slamming my door aggressively, except my door has a soft close hinge. It physically cannot slam. I tried leaving a polite note under the neighbor's door asking if we could talk. The next morning, I saw her in the hallway. She looked right at me, picked up the note, crumpled it up, and threw it in the trash without reading it. My heart sank. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This woman wanted me gone, and I had no idea why. If I wasn't white, I would have thought she was being racist or something, TBH. I was hoping my landlord would agree it was some BS, but I was wrong. Because after the 35th complaint, which was about not dressing up to par, he knocked on my door with a 30-day notice. If you get one more complaint, you're getting kicked out. I buried my head in my hands. None of this is real, I pleaded. She's targeting me. He just looked at me with this tired expression and said, she pays 4 times your rent, and she has a lawyer. What do you have? I didn't have a response. He left and I felt my chest tighten. I wanted to cry, but I couldn't because I needed answers. So I walked upstairs and pounded on the penthouse door. She took 10 minutes before finally opening the door. But as soon as she did, my body went cold. Because standing behind my neighbor was my ex-boyfriend Ryan, the one I thought I'd never see again. And for a second, neither of us said anything. You need to leave, the woman said. I didn't move. I just stared at them while the pieces came together. The woman was Ryan's new girlfriend, but something wasn't adding up. Are you two together? I asked, voice shaking. The woman didn't even flinch. Ryan is my stepbrother, she said. We grew up together. And yes, we're together now. It's legal here. I think I actually laughed. Not because it was funny, but because my brain couldn't process what I was hearing. My ex-boyfriend was dating his stepsister, and she had moved into my building to run me out. I stared at them. Why target me? Why the complaints? We broke up almost a year ago. I don't even think about you anymore. That's when she stepped forward. Her voice got louder. I know how handsome Ryan is. I know you're probably obsessed with him. You're probably jealous of me. You're probably thinking of all the ways you can ruin my life. So I wanted to make sure I could ruin your life first. She was getting so emotional over the whole thing that she was crying now. I looked at Ryan, but he just stood there nodding his head approvingly. I smiled and said, you two deserve each other. Long story short, I moved out and Hammy the hamster got his hamster wheel back.